now we have the final evolution of Nidoran female, Nidoqueen. If you haven't seen the Nidoran female video and the Nidorina video, watch them. They'll make a lot more sense for this video. Just do it. So Nidoqueen, has 19 AC and 142 health. That's quite a bit. And if you want to know why, it's because, well, those are its highest stats. Other than attack, is actually its new highest stat. It's a bit of a change. 45 foot movement speed, barrier 35 feet. I've really spoken much about that, but you know, it talks about, the Pokedex talks about how they can dig. So, get that one too. Strength is its, no, Constitution is its highest stat, which is a little bit strange. Because his attack is very slightly higher, but in the past, points was higher. And I personally thought that was the original intended vision before they shifted it up. And while I do relatively base these Pokemon based on their higher stats, which is why its attack's higher, I basically based on, yes, the hit points is higher than the attack, but the attack is still pretty fucking good. You know, as good as 92 can be. Well, whatever. It's immune to being poisoned because poison type. Anyway, interesting abilities. Poison Point is just the same as Nidorina's. It has not increased in any way because I didn't think it needed to. Still alright. Rivalry. Nidoqueen is still one of those girls that hates other girls. And so it still works the same way. Tier 4. So finally, we've gotten rid of Hustle. Which, Hustle is shit. Gonna say it right now. Hustle is shit in the games, and I wanted to kind of reflect that in the stat block of like, why would you ever want Hustle as your passive ability? So instead we have Sheer Force, which in the game, basically, from what I remember, actually, I'll look it up. Here we go. It does what I thought it does. Removes added effects to increase move damage. So, like, for example, Poison Sting wouldn't poison, and instead it does more damage. I didn't like that, because, you know, makes the moves more interesting if they're an added effect. So instead, if Nidoqueen has successfully used one of their actions on a previous turn, e.g. if they fail the saving, throw the flatter off if they're hit by Poison Sting, then their next Poison Sting attack does 44 more damage. Additional poison damage when a hit. I thought was pretty good. Actions Supersonic, which has been changed. Nidoqueen makes a piercing streak. Any creature must succeed a DC 17 Wisdom save or be confused. Now you might wonder what confused means. Obviously in Pokemon itself, it's like they hit themselves in confusion and all that other stuff. Instead, what it really means is the Confusion spell. They fall under the effect of the Confusion spell. The Confusion spell is kind of shit. And you know what? I'll quickly look it up for you. This is whole thing, obviously. All of these are clean and very rough and unedited. So I'm going to do it now for you. 5e. Yes, so you have to consult the confusion table. So the creature uses all of it to move in a random direction. Determine roll d8 and direction. Creature doesn't move. Pretty good. Makes a random melee attack or does nothing. So it's kind of good and kind of bad at the same time. Like, a straight up stun is better, because it's just like, okay, now they actually can't fucking do anything. But this just straight up confuses them for a minute straight. And they have to do this whole thing. And it's not as good as stun in terms of the effect isn't straight up. Now they can't do anything at all, and now it's like they'll do a random thing, which kind of more accurately reflects the confusion in D&D, but the Pokédex no longer talks about it stunning people with its shrieking, so, you know. Only Flatter. Now, you might be wondering why Nidoqueen has Flatter. I'll explain. To be totally honest here, I kind of saw that Nidoqueen learns Flatter, and I was like, now, I don't actually make these things in terms of Pokédex order, I make them in terms of whichever one I want to make, or whenever I use a Pokemon in my playthroughs. Not just my video playthroughs, but just in general, when I play Pokemon. Anyway, and I realized I'd done a lot of, like, charm, flirty type moves, such as Charm, Sweet Kiss, Attract, and stuff. But I hadn't done Flatter, so I thought, no, I'm gonna do that, and instead of just, oh, it makes them fall in love or whatever, I did this instead. Nidoqueen makes a flattering remark to a single creature within 50 feet. The creature must succeed DC 17 Wisdom saving throw, which seems to be a bit of a common theme here, or have their movement speed decreased by 10 and have all of their attacks do 3d4 less damage. This lasts for 1 minute and counter stat. It's kind of like the move Charm, because the move Charm lowers the attack damage for physical attacks, but it doesn't slow. But, you know, this one does instead. That's it for Nidoqueen, and we'll see you next time with Nidoran Mail.